Welcome to Happy Hour, brought to you by Best Damn Bookkeeping. Cole and I just kind of got into him scaling his business and what he's going for and what he's shooting for. And I don't think he watched our episode from last week. And he was like, my goal is not to make the most amount of money ever. My goal is not a revenue goal. And I was like, that's really funny that you're saying that, because that's kind of what we talked about last week. And the whole reason he started the business was to get more time to go hunting. That's it. He's not married. He doesn't have any kids. He's in his late 20s. He's as free as a bird. He's in a relationship now, but all of his relationships penned his ability to go hunting and fishing a little bit, but he's a total hunting nut. So all of his relationships are based on his ability to go hunting. And if constraints happen, he's probably out. So I thought that was super enlightening. And I think accidentally he had kind of figured that out, that a lot of times our goals get stated as a revenue thing, but we miss the point. And Cole's point was on point for him, right? That's not gonna be everybody's goal. That's a little bit of my goal. But I also have a wife and 3 kids, so that's a lot more of my goal. But my goal is not a revenue one. It's not even a profit one. It's a process and system one for me for this year. But it's not about the money. It's about the freedom and the flexibility and the system for my employees and my customers so that everybody gets a great service. It's not about me. It's not about money that I can make. The money will come if we do a good job of achieving that goal, but the money isn't the goal. And so that is my big challenge to people when they're thinking about setting goals, is so often we default to a revenue number. And I'm not trying to say that's bad. It's a thing we all understand, right? And so there's a reason why a lot of people, when people ask you how big your business is, you kind of default to either revenue or employees, because it's a thing that we can all kind of comprehend and gives us an understanding, just kind of like percentages, right? And I like to joke, banks don't take percentages. So who gives a shit what your percentage is? Banks only take dollars. The percentage doesn't matter, but percentages do help us understand stuff relative to other stuff. It's a relational thing. And so we use it to be able to communicate easier. And so revenue is kind of one of those things. It doesn't matter. Revenue doesn't matter. Revenue is actually more problems. Revenue is more work to do, more problems to solve. So it's not great to have a ton of revenue if it doesn't solve your goal or solve your... Oh no, Angela, your camera's going out. Your ice pack.
Another ice pack.
No, it wasn't an ice pack. I moved my foot and it messed up the cord.
Okay, it wasn't an ice pack. You sure? felt very ice pack. Felt very ice pack. But that was a thing we were talking about last week. We got into our goals a little bit, and like I already said, mine aren't really revenue related. But I'm not trying to say revenue is a bad thing when it comes to goals. A lot of our goals, it's going to be, I want this freedom or this flexibility, or I want to solve a new set of problems, right? I've been here for a little bit and I want to push and solve a new set of problems. And so the goal is usually not a money thing. But then when we start expressing how we're going to get there, we start talking about revenue because it's a way we can understand it and express it. Hey, home service heroes, thank you guys so much for tuning into our home service happy hour content today. I sure hope you learned a little something, and I sure as heck hope that it was entertaining. If you did find it fun and entertaining, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for more cool, fun, entertaining business content. And speaking of which, stay tuned. There's a little more here and a little more right here. Check it out.